Zoey, small but feisty. So this is a cool pose. Good pose for her character, I gotta say. So let's try this one. I'm on a landscape page, pencil eraser, hit pause if a good fast one. Start with her big eyes. So head is like slightly to the left because she's like leaning her head. It's on the plane from that scene. She's kind of leaning her head over this way. So large eyelids. Up. And then we go down. And then it spikes in the corner. So it's kind of very dark black here on the side. For this eyelash makeup area. And then it goes down this way. And up and down to a spike in there as well. Just darken this area up a little bit. She's got some eyelashes there too. And then big brown eyes. Circle coming down from the top eyelid line. And then big pupil. In the middle. Big eyes in K-pop. No eyelid lines to speak of, really. Maybe just suggest a little. She's frowning kind of heavily, so the eyebrow kind of touches, maybe nearly touches there. And she has like a little jewel, like a diamond or something there. And I think she's supposed to have them on the top. Can't see one, but I'm gonna put one. I think there's usually one here. And then so her eyebrow just frowning. This, and it's kind of thicker on the end and then gets thinner as we go down. Okay, so our other eye, same sort of thing. Curve it here. And very downturned. This way, and a little bit of a spike here. And it's darker for her eyelashes. In the corner. And the bottom eye line curves around back into her tear duct. Real sort of pointy tear ducts. Right, and then brown eye. like so, and then eyebrow again. So a little check mark here, kind of curves down this way. And then bring it back. Okay, so should be a gem there as well. Why is that different? I'm gonna put one. A little sparkle gem there, and one just here on its side. Right, so for her nose, I'll just do sort of the bridge of her nose, kind of curving that way. And then I'm going to leave a gap because the noses are quite small. Add a nostril, and then the tip in the middle to the nostril on the other side. And then just the side of her nose. Like that, really. You don't need to do much more than that for nose. Right, so her mouth, so she's kind of like, let's say, kind of flat mouth, not. So she's looking quite serious. So and then top lip. Crossing down like that. And then our bottom lip. Like so. Right, her chin. It's down here, relatively small chin. And then her face, kind of round, right? So kind of goes this way and then around. Sort of like this. And the other side. In and around her cheek. Sort of up that way. So she has long, wavy sort of hair spikes that come down either side of her face. Right, like that. Right, and then she has a fringe that comes down, so it's down across onto her face. these square hair spikes. Right, and then hair bumps around either side. And it goes into those tied sort of sections here. So it sort of goes that way. And then there's the tied ribbon sort of things. Yeah, so we got these bumpy things here. They're tied at the back of her head. And her ears here. There's like earrings hanging off her ear. Okay, so body position. So she's like head leaning this way, tilting her neck, looking at the demons with suspicion. So like her neck goes off this way. We see like her strap on her neck here. And the other strap comes down this way. She has belt buckles, right? So lots of these details. So her collarbones in there. And then her shoulder up quite high, up this way. The other one there, right? And her shoulder goes down to her arm. So she's folding her arms, right? So her hand comes across her arm on this side. So say we got one arm in here. This hand goes underneath the other one. She's got like a box on this arm. Forearm. comes across but disappears under the next one. So like that's her elbow. And then the elbow comes up underneath this arm. So it goes underneath it, comes out the other side, right? So this is her forearm on top. And then we meet like fingers. Fingers here with long fingernails. So like a hand there. And she just has like chains and bracelets and stuff just on her wrists here. Right, so before I deal with that hand, we'll just get her clothing in. Like a zipper here. And then this strap keeps going. And then she has black straps on top there. This is like her arm and her chest, both lines, kind of like her armpit and her chest. And then there's a zipper line here. And edge line on this. Down here, black line as well. And then sort of curving across the chest here too. I mean, we could just see the end of her green part of her top here. And like her stomach goes down this way, and then her trousers starts there. Okay, so we do her hand now. Hands are always tricky. If you want, you could like close this off. You could put her arm hidden. You could just finish the arm there. You know, you don't have to draw the hand. But because it's in the scene, I'll draw it. So go up for the back of her hand, and the knuckles go this way. And like at the end of her finger, there's very, very sharp fingernails. Like there first. And the other two are flat, so they're like different. So it goes up, down. They're relatively straight. There's not kind of like that, and the next one's the same. So it's like the index finger and the pinky are sharp ones. And the other ones are squarish. And she seems to have rings on this finger. Lots of them. Alrighty, Zoey. From K-pop. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.